Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of Bareham Engines. So, it's a beautiful bank holiday Monday. The weather is absolutely gorgeous here. It's about 21, 22 degrees. You're probably wondering what I'm doing at work on a bank holiday Monday. Now, I have to tell you, I wasn't going to do a video today. I was going to leave it until Wednesday, give you guys a bit of a break, give you time to enjoy the weather. I know most of you are probably not going to be sitting indoors anyway, watching these little videos, but the reason I've decided to, and it's something I suppose a little bit different, but not that different to last video. I came in here yesterday, we treated the kids to a hole down the beach. I promised myself, I said to my wife, do you know what? It's been a long winter, I cannot wait to get down to Heel Beach, down at Heel Bay, just past Ilfracombe, and just sit there. For some reason, all winter, I sort of had it in my head when we used to sit there in the evenings, just looking out to the sea. It's a nice beach, it's not proper sand, so you don't get sand absolutely everywhere. You don't get loads of holiday makers on there. So yeah, I thought, do you know what? I just want to spend a whole day on the beach. Two not very great things yesterday. One, being that I got really sunburnt, so my t-shirt is absolutely killing me on my back. And secondly, I came down here just before we went in the morning, got both the kids in the van, I pulled up, my wife was at home getting everything sorted, and I decided to get all the stuff out the mezzanine for the beach. Obviously that's where I was storing it. We've got the buckets, spades, the wetsuits, the whole shooting match, the chairs and all that, as you do, playing proper grockle. So I pulled up here at work, and the first thing I noticed when I came up to the door was this. So I got out the van over here. See, the Lambo's out today, looking very nice. And I thought, what are these odd marks on the door here? Didn't really take a great deal of notice. I just thought whether it was Isaac rubbed past it or what. But looking at both of them, they're distinct footprints. And you can see down here, there's a couple of dents. So I thought, yeah, a little bit strange all the way across there. Then I came over to the main door and I thought, now, I know sometimes when Isaac's been washing a cylinder head over there and he's got both of his hands obviously full with the head, he'll sort of knock down the handle with his elbow and maybe just push the door open with his foot like that. But I thought, I'm pretty sure when I locked up Friday, it wasn't like that. And as you can see, there's many distinct footprints. So I thought that was a little bit odd. So when I entered, and for some reason I came in here and I just turned on the lights and you know when you get that feeling of sort of dread, it was almost like I thought someone had broken in. Had a good look round, obviously the car's still there, all the doors all locked up, and all the engines appeared to still be here, and same with the toolboxes, etc. So I thought, that's really weird. So I went onto our camera in the office just while I was here. Obviously I've got the kids in the car, so I can't stay too long, and looked at, we've obviously got cameras. So I looked on our computer at the cameras. Obviously, we've got cameras all around the building and in the building. And I thought, wonder whether someone's been around here. Bear in mind, I've been here 21 years and no one's ever been around here, to be honest with you. Let's just have a little look on the camera, because obviously our camera system will pick up, that's it over here, it will sort of pick up in blue down the bottom if there's been any action. So we've set this to to pick up any movement at all. So you could set it to humans, you can sort of do away with birds, flies and all the rest of it, little movements, but you can set it to humans and cars. But what comes up in blue is anything sort of large, so a car, a person, something like that. Something come up about getting on towards 5:30 Saturday morning, which was odd. And obviously yesterday was Sunday, so it was about a day and a half ago. So this is what we've seen, guys. So this is what come up at, so what we've got here, 24 minutes past 5 in the morning. We press play here. We can zoom in. You see some geezer over there. I thought, what the hell's he doing? That was another thing. When I come in, I noticed the bin was open, where we always shut the bin. And there's some geezer walking around, and you can see he looks what I call, I don't like to stereotype, but he looks what I call a chav. So he's got the, you know, the tracky top and the shorts and the typical night trainers with the handbag over the shoulder there. And he's booting the main door. So I thought, well, that's going to explain, one, the bin that's open, whatever we was looking for in the bin, and two, the footprints on the big door. But he is staggering around, so he's obviously, looks to me like he's under the influence of all sorts. And there we go, he's kicked the bloody van. So there's your criminal damage. At this point, bear in mind, I haven't even gone out and looked at the van. I thought, well, it's all plastic at the front, so I don't know what's been going on. He's staggering around. Unfortunately, our camera, every about 30 seconds, it skips for about 2 seconds. You see him boot in the front of the van there. As I say, bear in mind, I haven't been outside yet and even looked at the van. I just didn't even think. So he's opened the lid of the bin, he's booted the front door, and he's booted the front of the van. But he's staggering around like he's had an absolute skinful. Then, if you see there, it jumps. And all of a sudden, I notice a little shading on the van has changed here. So I thought I'll just continue to watch. And he's booting the front door now. So this is the office door that we use to come in. It's a double glazed door. And there it skips again. And unfortunately, we missed that. But he ends up with a shoe off. And his shorts around his ankles. Now he's doing a little funny jog. Boots the door again. Hopefully he's broke his foot. Then he's been over there and he's sort of got his shorts around his ankles again. I don't quite know what he's been doing over there. But he's got the hood up. Shoes still down here. And he disappears round to Motor Parts Direct. Then the camera skips. And he's over here again. Still got the one shoe on. One shoe off. So, yeah, he spotted the shoe, unfortunately. Oh! Now he has another go at booting the door backwards. I don't know whether he quite knows what he's doing. Now, tries the handle again. Now he's looking around. Oh, yeah, give it another go. And the camera skips, unfortunately. He's dropped something there, but outside I noticed that, oh, he's really booting that door now. He cannot get in. I mean, if this guy had got in, guys, who knows what he'd have done. Now he has another look inside, because obviously there's a window there. So, bang. Bang again, and it skips. He's gone right next door to Motor Parts Direct again. So the first thing, obviously, I'm going to be doing is getting our guys in to see if we can sort that, skipping out, because that's not good enough. And that's all we managed to get of him, guys. So he's disappeared to Motor Parts Direct next door after that. Now the first thing I'm going to be doing when I get back Tuesday is getting our guys straight over to sort out that skipping, because I'm not quite sure why we sort of miss a few seconds in between about every 20-30 seconds. Bit odd. I'm pretty sure it never used to do that. But yeah, so obviously someone clearly has been round here. Now the first thing that's running through my mind is, although he is under the influence, has he got something against us? Does he know us? Have we been targeted? Is this the guy that's something to do with the mysterious phone calls? I haven't got a clue at this point. So obviously what I've done then, I've come straight outside. I've gone round to the front, and although we've got some footprints there on the plastic grille. I mean, he looked to me like he was booting that good and proper. There's a few little scuffs here, which I'm pretty sure are going to polish out. But very, very strangely, he has caused not really any damage on the front whatsoever. Really, really strange that, but very fortunate. So then I've gone round the side where obviously it skipped. And as you can see, he's made a right mess of that door. Now, unfortunately, he's done it right on the crease here, and it's up to the top crease, and you can see the dent, the extent of the damage there. And if you look down the door, it's wavy as hell all the way down, really. Even back here, he's had a go here, so there's a kink outwards there. You can see that. So that may pop out. They may be able to do something with that, but it potentially could be a new door. I've looked around the van, don't seem to see any other damage, fortunately, and even around the other side. The door there is okay, apart from all of his footprints. This door here there is some dings, and they certainly weren't there before, so I'm not sure how he's done that. My feeling is he's give that a good old kick, and the reason it's dented so bad is because he didn't have his shoe on. If you noticed, he kicked it with his right foot, and he didn't at that point have the shoe on his right foot. So my feeling it's his foot that's done that, and I'm hoping to God that he's broke it and not the door. I'm on about his foot. The only thing I did notice when I came back out, which I didn't notice when I was coming in, because obviously I was just looking at the door and that, the silly sod has left his watch. That's obviously broke off when he's had his little fall and his trousers ended up round his knees, or his shorts, sorry. And I suppose he didn't notice, one, because he's under the influence big time, and two, because he had his pants round his knees, the wally. So yeah, unfortunately guys, had an attempted break-in. If he'd have got in, because he was so out of his face, the worrying thing is, if anyone had come in here and targeted us, I would have thought they'd have just come in to steal what they were going to steal. But with the state of him, I don't think he quite knew what he was doing. He could have quite easily set fire to the office and burnt the old place down, or anything like that. I do not know. So I'm just so pleased that this door has managed to hold up. But we're obviously going to have to get some extra security. As soon as he got in here, there was burglar alarms, etc. on the door anyway, so the alarms would have been going off. But on my way out of the estate, fortunately, the dump fees were over the back, who have got the 2 units right at the end there behind Islands Motorcycles. They were outside sorting their camper out, and I asked them if they'd had any to-dos, and they said, yeah, we've got him on our camera as well. They've got him trying to break into theirs, and also Alpha Ragazzi, which is next door, kicking the door, etc. I did notice there's a blue Vauxhall Vectra out the back with a massive dent in the rear wing. So whether he's anything to do with that, if he is, it's going to be on camera, because we've got cameras everywhere on these posts on this estate. So yeah, unfortunately guys, obviously that is going to cost a few quid to get done. I have been in touch with the police, same with the dodgy phone calls. I actually rang the police up. Obviously it's not an emergency because it was a day and a half after almost, and they said, look, the best thing to do is go online and report it, get yourself a crime number, and we'll be in touch within 72 hours. So yeah, I do, at this stage guys, I don't think it's anything to do with the phone calls, because he's been around doing everything. Apparently I did put it on Facebook, and a few people said there was reports of a lad over the road there, over the road where Volkswagen are, they've reported that he's tried breaking into the school bit at the back there. So whether he's just doing all the estates off his plonker, I do not know. But fortunately, I do think that he hasn't particularly targeted us, and he's not really anything to do with the dodgy phone calls. So yeah, I'm just going to put that out there for today's video, guys. I'm sorry for all you guys that are getting sick of this stuff that's nothing to do with engines, but it's all part of the business, like I've said to you, and whatever's part of this business is going on this channel. So we'll be back Wednesday. We've got engines for you all day on Wednesday. We've got the news on that Cosworth head that's been welded, whether that's salvageable or whether it isn't. So if it is, we're going to be going over to Tom Upton's. I'll show you Tom's place, have a little chat with him, pick the cylinder head up, and hopefully we can get that back and sort of resurrect it for the customer. But yeah, thanks ever so much guys for all you people that love the engine stuff and the technical stuff. Thanks very much for your patience. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your bank holiday, and we will see you Wednesday. Cheers guys.